revolution will be live.
Hey everybody, it is 101 Wednesday. It's your girl Chrissy Pips. Welcome back. Today we will be going over support and resistance and trend lines. I actually had some subscribers reach out and say that those were some of the things that they were interested in getting a little bit of clarification on. So, as always, if you enjoy the content that I'm providing, and you don't want to miss what's next, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button below. If you want somebody else to be able to benefit from the content, since you're benefiting, go ahead and share the video for me. And let's get into it. Okay, so let's start out with support and resistance. Okay, so you take your little line tool. And remember, one of the key things to remember is that support and resistance is not an exact line. It's not possible for it to be an exact line. It is an area. So you put a line and then you think about the area immediately to the top and the bottom of that line. Okay? So for this example, we will use this area. Ooh. So those of you who do trade, y'all see what I see here. You see the little shoulder, head, shoulder. But what you do is throw a little line right here. And this can show us support and resistance. So we have an area where price reacts to. Price got up to this area. Because remember I said it was an area, not an exact line. More like this. And let's change. Oh, wow. I never let that thing go. That always happens to me. There we go. And let's change the color. Okay. So, we have an area where price shot up and then reacted to. It got here and it was rejected. And then it went down. Came back up to test the same area. A little bit of upward momentum. We got the buyers back in. And then it came right back to this area and touched it again. And then we had a big breakout. Broke out of the area and then broke back down into it. So when price is on the bottom bouncing around, that is resistance. When price is below the line that you write, that's resistance. And then we have an area up here where price kind of turned around, had a little bit of a decision to make right here. That is support. So price gets here and it stops. Danced around a little bit. Wherever price stops at when you have multiple touches, that's what you use for your support and resistance. Support can become resistance just as the chart went up, the candles went up, touched the area and then went down, and then they went up and straight through the area and then tested again. This is support. Everything below here is support. I'm sorry, it's resistance. And then everything above here is support. Okay? Support is like the floor that you stand on. Resistance is like the ceiling that keeps your balloons from floating away. But hopefully that helps to answer your question. Like I said, I do have a couple people that have been reaching out to me through social media and things like that. So I want to make sure that I'm getting the questions answered for the people who are watching. So price goes up, hits an area, turns around. That is resistance. Continues back up past that area, through that area. That makes it now support when it gets there and it just dances around along the top. Okay? Now the next thing we're going to do is go over your trend lines. Okay? So a trend line is just a idea about market structure. Okay? So in order for you to make a proper trend line, you have to find the candle that closed the highest. Okay? When you find a candle that closed the highest, not the wick, but a candle that closed higher than all of the other candles. That is our starting point, but we use the wick now that we've identified it. So that's not bad. So let's take our handy dandy line tool, and we're going to start here. Now, in order for you to use your trend line tool, if we are in a downward moving market, we need to have a high, a low, a lower high, and a lower low. Again, we're going to find where price reacts, okay? So price got to this area, and it kind of stood there for a second. So that gave us a pullback. So we have our high, low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. And you just move the trend line as the market moves. So for this one, we would use our handy dandy pink line. And if you wanted to do it like before the market had gotten that far along, like if you were watching a trade, you would see that it actually likes this particular area. Okay. Now, if it is a downward moving trend, we want to make sure that we're staying on the right side of a downward moving trend. Okay. So what that means is that when you're putting your trend lines down, if it's a downward moving trend, you're going to make sure that your trend line is on the top. If it is an upward moving trend, you want to make sure that your trend line is on the bottom. Okay? So in this case, let's see. Let's go back a bit. Oops. Oh, this one looks good. We can use this. So grab your little handy dandy trend line tool. Which of these candles closed the lowest? You can actually see it up here in the OHLC chart. It just shows you the open, high, lows, and low and close of a candle. So if you hover on one candle, you see the numbers change. Yep, it's because what did that candle do, and it's telling you what that candle did. So it's going to show you some information. So for this, we said we were going to do an uptrend. If the market is trending upwards, you do want to make sure that you are leaving your trend line on the bottom. So we have a low, high, lower low, or I'm sorry, lower high, and then a higher high. So we would put this here. And then what I suggest, because you get a little bit of structure there, market was consolidating and kind of fizzled out. So when you stop it there, when you have crazy moves like this, it is perfectly okay to create another trend line. Why are you suffering? Why are you trying to make it make sense? It makes sense already. Just use what you have. But we have a low, and actually that's not correct. There we go. Because that wasn't the candle that closed the lowest. So low, high, lower high, higher high, lower high. And then there's another higher high. So this is where it stopped at. We would actually put our little line there. When the trend line is broken, there's a little tool called Fibonacci that we use. Looks really weird like this, but it gives you so much information. So we will go over like our Fibonacci tool in some later videos, but for now I did want to answer those questions. If there's anything else I could do for you guys, just let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. As always, thank you so much for joining me. If you guys want more content, different content, more information, if there's a specific question that you would like for me to answer, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. At the end of the day, all of the content that I'm putting together is for you. You know, I really enjoy helping people out. So in the comments below, go ahead and leave a question, leave a comment, leave a concern, you know. Don't forget again to like, share, and subscribe to the video. I do definitely appreciate all of the subscribers. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Keep reaching out on social media. I answer you guys. I answer your questions. You know, like I said, I'm here to help you. So let me do that. I always feel so great knowing that I was able to answer a question from somebody, okay? Well, as always, enjoy. You know, thanks for stopping by. I'll see everybody on Mindset Monday. And thanks. Have a good evening.